Not every place on Earth welcomes humans. Some are so deadly, so unforgiving, that a single step in the wrong direction could be your last. From boiling lakes and venomous islands to frozen wastelands, where time itself seems to stop, these are the most dangerous places on our planet. And if you stay until the end, you'll discover the one place that no human should ever dare to visit. Let's begin our journey. At first glance, it looks like a painting come to life, a massive pool of liquid color glowing under the sun. The Grand Prismatic Spring in Yellowstone is the largest hot spring in the United States and one of the most mesmerizing. Its deep blue center burns with heat, surrounded by radiant rings of orange, yellow, and red. But beneath that beauty lies deadly water, often exceeding 158 degrees Fahrenheit. The colors come from heat-loving bacteria that thrive where nothing else can survive. Over the years, curious visitors who got too close have slipped, falling into the boiling pool, their bodies dissolving within minutes. A stunning masterpiece of nature. And a reminder that beauty can kill. Deep within the tangled mangroves of the Sundarbans, survival belongs to the hunters. This vast swamp is home to Bengal tigers that have learned to stalk humans as prey. Dozens vanish every year. Fishermen, honey collectors, travelers, dragged into the mud and never seen again. Saltwater crocodiles glide through the murky rivers. King cobras hide beneath the roots, and insects carry diseases that fester in the heat. Locals wear masks on the back of their heads, hoping to trick tigers into thinking they're being watched. But the forest always finds a way, and when monsoon storms crash through, even the trees seem alive, whispering a single warning: turn back or be claimed by the jungle. Far off the coast of Belize, the ocean opens into a perfect dark circle, a gateway to the unknown. The Great Blue Hole stretches nearly 1,000 feet across and plunges over 400 feet deep. Once a dry cave system swallowed by the rising seas, it now sits in silence, swallowing light the deeper you go. Divers describe the eerie calm, the fading blue, the pressure closing in. Sharp limestone walls, hidden caverns, sudden undercurrents, one wrong move and the ocean takes you. Many have descended into its depths, but not all have returned. From above, it's beautiful. From below, it's death in perfect symmetry. In the heart of Africa, the ground never sleeps. Mount Nyiragongo rises above the Congo's forests, holding the largest lava lake on Earth. A roiling sea of molten rock. In 2002, it erupted without warning, sending rivers of fire racing downhill at nearly 40 miles per hour. Entire neighborhoods in the city of Goma were swallowed in minutes. 400,000 people fled as the earth split open beneath their feet. Even today, the volcano's heart still trembles, its cracks widening year after year. No one knows when it will erupt again, only that it will. At the foot of Mount Everest lies the Rongbuk Glacier, a frozen labyrinth that guards the mountain's northern side. Temperatures here can drop below -20 degrees Fahrenheit, and sudden blizzards erase everything in sight. Climbers vanish into crevasses so deep that light itself disappears. Some are never found, perfectly preserved in the ice, their faces frozen in silence. Every year, new expeditions arrive, chasing the summit, believing they can conquer nature. But on Rongbuk, the mountain always decides who stays and who becomes part of the glacier forever. Welcome to the edge of hell, the Danakil Depression. Here, the air itself burns. Daytime temperatures soar past 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and the ground spits poison through cracks that never stop breathing. Neon green acid pools bubble beside crusts of salt, and sulfur steam rolls across the horizon like ghostly smoke. No rain falls here, no trees grow, and yet life persists, barely. Scientists call it one of the most alien landscapes on Earth, a place that mirrors what Mars might look like. But for the Afar people who live here, it's much more than geology. It's sacred ground. They speak of a god of fire, sealed beneath the crust, restless and hungry. Even trained explorers rarely last more than a few hours before the heat warps their vision, and the fumes make them collapse. The Danakil doesn't just test the body, it breaks the mind. Off the coast of South Africa lies a narrow channel where the ocean itself is alive with motion and with teeth. Locals call it Shark Alley. A stretch of water between Dyer Island and Geyser Rock. Every year, thousands of seals gather here to breed, and where the seals go, the great whites follow. The surface explodes as 20-foot predators launch from the depths, breaching like missiles, jaws wide, salt spray glittering with blood. Cage divers come for the thrill, but one mistake, one broken bar, one wrong current, and you're no longer an observer. You're part of the food chain. Beneath the surface, silence is replaced by the heartbeat in your ears, and the feeling that something vast and unseen is circling, just out of sight. In Shark Alley, the ocean isn't blue, it's red. Antarctica, the coldest, driest, and most lifeless place on Earth. Yet there's a region within it that feels even more alien. The McMurdo dry valleys have not seen rain for millions of years. The air here is so dry, even snow sublimates before it hits the ground. Winds howl at over 180 miles per hour, scouring everything clean. No plants, no animals, not even bacteria can survive for long. Scientists call it the most Mars-like environment on the planet, a testing ground for missions beyond Earth. But there's something deeper in the silence, a kind of absolute emptiness that humans aren't built to feel. No sound, no movement, just the endless whisper of frozen air. It's not just a desert of ice, it's the absence of life itself. At the base of Tanzania's Rift Valley lies a lake that looks like a dream and kills like a curse. Lake Natron glows blood red under the sun, its waters shimmering with toxic beauty. Surface temperatures climb to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and its pH is more caustic than ammonia. Any bird, bat, or animal that falls in is instantly calcified, turned to stone by the lake's chemical reaction. Their statues lie along the shore, perfectly preserved in death, frozen mid-flight or mid-stride, as if time itself stopped. Yet in defiance of reason, flamingos return here every year to nest, raising their chicks above the deadly waters. Beauty, death, and life, all sharing the same mirror. Lake Natron is proof that nature's most stunning creations often come with the highest cost. They call it the High One. Denali towers above Alaska's wilderness, wrapped in cloud and myth, rising over 20,000 feet into the sky. For climbers, it's a badge of honor and a deadly test of endurance. Up here, oxygen is half what it is at sea level. Temperatures drop to -76 degrees Fahrenheit, and hurricane-force winds rip across the ridges without warning. The mountain has claimed hundreds of lives. Some froze in their tents, waiting out storms that never passed. Others disappeared into hidden crevasses, their bodies lost forever beneath shifting ice. Even those who reach the summit say the silence feels heavier than the air itself, as if the mountain is alive, watching, waiting. Denali doesn't roar or tremble. It kills quietly, with beauty and cold. In the heart of the Bolivian Amazon lies a jungle that defies imagination, vibrant, endless, and utterly unforgiving. Madidi National Park is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, home to creatures found nowhere else. Jaguars that move like shadows, insects whose bites bring fever and delirium, and plants that can kill with a single touch. But danger here isn't only physical, it's spiritual. Locals believe the forest is alive with ancestral spirits, and that every tree holds a guardian. Outsiders who enter without permission are said to anger the jungle itself. Some return days later, babbling incoherently. Others never return at all. In 1998, a scientific team set out to explore a remote stretch of Madidi. Days passed with no word. When rescuers finally found one of the men, he was alive, but silent, eyes wide, unable to speak or explain what had happened. In Madidi, the line between legend and reality disappears. The deeper you go, the more the forest seems to close around you, whispering, watching, waiting for you to make one wrong move. In the frozen wilderness of Siberia, there exists a village where winter never truly ends. Oymyakon, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, temperatures plummet to an unimaginable -88 degrees Fahrenheit. The air is so cold that breath turns to ice the moment it leaves your lungs. Cars are never turned off because their engines would freeze solid in minutes. Metal burns to the touch. Ink in pens turns to dust. Yet, people live here. Children walk to school in temperatures that would kill most within minutes. Families survive through ancient traditions. Firewood stacked high, fur-lined walls, and meat frozen so hard it must be carved like stone. There is no room for mistakes in Oymyakon. A single misstep, a moment of carelessness, and the cold will take you without mercy. It's a place where time moves slowly, where silence hangs heavy in the air, and where even the sun feels distant. In Oymyakon, survival isn't just a way of life, It's a daily battle against the Earth itself. Off the coast of Brazil lies an island so deadly that no one is allowed to set foot on it. Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island. At first glance, it looks like paradise. Lush green jungle, golden cliffs, and the blue Atlantic stretching endlessly beyond. But beneath that beauty, the ground moves. The island is crawling with venomous snakes, thousands of them. It's estimated that there's at least one golden lancehead viper for every square meter of land. Their venom is 5 times stronger than that of any mainland snake, capable of melting flesh and killing in under an hour. Birds that land here rarely take off again. The Brazilian government has banned all visits, and only a handful of scientists under military escort have ever been granted access. Local fishermen whisper stories of boats that drifted too close and were later found empty, ropes cut clean through, no trace of their crew. On Snake Island, the forest isn't silent because it's peaceful. It's silent because everything that makes a sound dies. In central Java, Indonesia, the earth breathes fire. Mount Merapi, the mountain of fire, is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, erupting dozens of times over the past century. Standing nearly 10,000 feet tall, it looms above villages that have learned to live under its constant threat. Smoke curls from its summit almost daily, a quiet reminder that disaster is never far away. In 2010, Merapi unleashed one of its deadliest eruptions. Rivers of molten rock and pyroclastic flows tore through everything in their path, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour. Entire villages were erased. Over 350 people lost their lives, and thousands more fled into the night as the sky turned red with ash. Yet even after the devastation, people returned. They rebuilt their homes on the same slopes that burned them, believing Merapi is not just a mountain, but a living spirit, an ancestor watching over them. To the locals, eruptions aren't punishments, they're warnings, messages from the earth itself. And so life continues in the shadow of Merapi, where faith stands face to face with fire. Hidden deep within the rainforest of Dominica lies a lake that never cools, constantly shrouded in steam. The boiling lake bubbles and churns as if the planet's pulse beats beneath it. Its waters are heated by volcanic vents that release scalding gas from the Earth's core, keeping the temperature near the point of boiling at all times. The air smells of sulfur. The ground trembles underfoot. Locals call it the breath of the ancestors, believing that the mist carries the voices of those long gone. But science can't explain everything that's happened here. In 1901, a French expedition ventured into the lake's basin to study its depths. Days later, rescuers found their campsite abandoned. No bodies, no footprints, only the bubbling water, roaring louder than before. No one truly knows how deep the boiling lake goes or what lies beneath its shifting surface. It's as if the island guards a secret, one that punishes anyone who tries to uncover it. A place that breathes, hisses, and waits. So tell me, which of these places would you dare to explore? Or would you stay where it's safe and let curiosity remain your only risk? Because even now, as you watch this, there are more places out there, waiting to be discovered and waiting to claim whoever finds them next.